Hi, my name is Chris. Today I'm going to be showing you about clock spring removals, operation, and installations, as well as the wiring diagrams. Okay, so here is the wiring diagram. I'm working on a 2006 Chrysler Pacifica. Here we have the integrated power module. And as you can see here, we have a relay, we have horn switch sense, horn relay control. This is all part of the key fob. The computer will run that. Here are the horns, and anyways, the horn switch is going to close, and when it closes, it grounds out this circuit, and then this becomes power and ground. Bottom gets ground power. This will close it. Goes down to the horns, and it hits the right front of the engine, and the right front of the engine compartment is two horns, two grounds. Here you see how the power goes to, really our ground goes through this right here, clock spring. So that's part of it. Okay, so I'm underneath the vehicle now in the engine compartment fuse block, and we've located the 25 amp fuse as well as the relay. I'm going to check it for quick power. Okay, so we know we have our power is good on the fuse side. Okay, so here we're at the diagram again, and the fuse that we were checking was fuse 28, 25 amps. We just checked that, and it checked out good. And then it goes to the relay here. The way the horn works is the horn is grounded, so this is a grounded switch. And when you hit the horn, a conductor will send energy through connector C4 through the clock spring, and C1. This goes in and out. I'm going to be showing you how to check that as well, how to check the clock spring for a full operation. So now I'm going to deactivate the driver's airbag to get to the clock spring. And the way you do it through manufacturer is you just disconnect the battery, the negative side of the battery, and wait 3 minutes. So 3 minutes, we'll be back. Okay, so the reason we had to deactivate the airbag is because the clock spring is located inside of the actual dash. I put my finger in there, and all it does is it acts as a conductor for electricity to travel. I'll get into that soon here in a minute when I get this part. Basically, we have two screws. Let me see, where are they? Two screws, one here and one here, holding this airbag together, and it has two connectors as well. So when I get that apart, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Okay, so here's the airbag taken out, held in by two bolts. You can see where they go in there and there. These are the two connectors that we're going to remove, and this wire right here is actually, according to our diagram, the red wire is for the horn. This acts as a conductor for the ground as well. When you depress the airbag, it pushes this down and it grounds it, and that's how the horn gets its ground to turn on. That underneath here where these wires are connected is the clock spring. So when we are finished taking the rest of this apart, now we're going to continue here. I'm going to explain how we get the steering wheel off. We disconnect these connectors, right, and they're going into the you connect it from this side. This bolt is holding the whole entire steering wheel. So we remove this. We're also going to remove these two panels right here. You see how I just did that? I did it a little unprofessional, but it's okay. And I will get back to the video when this is all removed. Thank you. Okay, so we are in the vehicle. I removed the steering wheel. It's held in by one bolt. The bolt goes in right here. This is the clock spring. The clock spring acts as a conductor for all of your steering wheel controls. It actually moves with the wheel. So as I'm moving it, that's how the wheel should move too. Be careful, these can get damaged if not installed properly. So it moves with the steering wheel. Now, the way the horn works is it goes through here and it goes to the other side. I'm going to remove the clock spring for you guys so you can see that. And we're also going to do an ohm check to make sure that it is making full continuity inside of this. Okay, I have the clock springs in my hand. It comes apart fairly easy. There's a little tab right here, and then all you do is you twist it into there, just like that. See? And there's one screw right there holding it. So now, let me get this off and show everyone how this works. So according to the wiring diagram here, we look here, dark green violet goes into the clock spring and dark green violet comes out of the clock spring to the horn switch, which I explained earlier. So this is what the clock spring does. All it does is, as I was explaining in the last one, here I got a different setup going on here, but the way the clock spring really works is it's just a pathway for the steering wheel to work correctly, because if you put the wires in there without the clock spring, the wires are going to get beat up. So now I'm going to do a horn bench relay test, or horn bench test really, see if I have operation on the horn. Here, if my helper will hold the camera for me really quickly, and just hooked up power and ground. It's 2 terminals, very simple. Okay, so we know that's working correctly.